In this video, I interview a female trader who has come from humble beginnings you don't want to miss. So welcome back everyone to the UWM podcast. Today we have Frances over here. She's going to be sharing her story and her payouts. So how are you today?
I'm good. You?
Good. So was this your first ever withdrawal with UWM?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Okay. And how was it? How was the first ever payout?
It was great. It was more than expected. But I'm very happy with it, very pleased. Made $15,000 this month, so
Yeah,
can't complain.
very big, very big payout. So tell us a
hmm
little bit about yourself, where you're from, how old you are, and how you got started into trading.
Yeah, so I am 27, actually 28. Wow, my birthday just passed. Um, and I'm from Toronto. Um, I I really just I got into trading because I was with a previous company that focused on financial literacy, and I was interested in learning more about it, and found UWM through that. So that was great for me. Really.
Great. And where in your journey did you have that like entrepreneurial type of moment?
So my dad's an entrepreneur. He runs a brick and mortar business, and I'm familiar with that drive. Um, and I just grew up with it. So for me, it was always really important to make a lot of money on my own terms and work towards my dreams and building out my own dreams. So that would probably be where I got it from.
Okay, cool. And how long have you been trading for?
It's been about 4 months.
4 months. Wow.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what were you doing prior to trading?
So I was with a previous company that did like crypto investing, and they did trade alerts as well. So I was copying, but I've only ever been trading on my own for the past 4 months. But
Okay.
I was
And
a nanny before that, so
okay.
yeah.
So how did you come across UWM, and also were you learning from our mastery course
Yeah.
online?
So I came across UWM through the community that I was a part of previously with the company that I worked with. Um, they had discovered it initially, and then they brought it to the rest of us, and we were all trying to learn together. It was quite an interesting experience, but it was great to have a community learning together and like trying to get funded together. And I was using the mastery course when I first got it. So this is I had originally done the phase one and phase two, and I was trying to get funded that way. And I had gotten $100,000 account, so I got access to the mastery course, and I was using the course modules then. I also had, because of the $100,000 account at the time, UWM was running a promotion where they would come in and train you via Zoom. So I got to work with some of the traders on the team as well as Sandro. So that was really cool.
That's really cool.
hmm
Honestly, synergy is really important when you come into trading because it's very a lonely sport,
Yeah.
and oftentimes we can kind of get lost when we're just like on our own. So having that community, that team, it really pushes you to want more. Was there anything leading up to passing the challenge that you did, like your processes? What were the process leading up to passing your challenge?
Yeah, so I got really diligent with having a trading journal.
Okay.
I also got really good at losing. I found that in the beginning, when I was first going after these challenges, I was really focused on like winning my trades and making sure that I'm making profits and whatnot. And when I switched to just being good at losing my trades, I like that was it for me. Like I've made a lot of money just because my risk management has been great. Because I mean, you'll see it later on, but like my win rate's like 51% or something like that. It's not anything miraculous, but um, just learning how to manage my risk and like back testing daily and doing things that, all the things that they tell you to do. Make sure you're practicing and make sure that
Yeah.
you track everything, and keeping the mindset of trading throughout the day, if that makes sense. So I read a lot of books on trading, just to like keep that energy going throughout the day.
Yeah. What you said there about uh, you have to be a very good loser in trading, and I completely agree. People who give up in trading often aren't very good losers, right? They let the losses affect them, and
Mhm.
they get to a point where they just don't stay in the game long enough. So I really appreciate that mindset, mentality that you have, that you have to be a great loser.
Yeah.
When you were winning though, how did you feel? What were your like emotions in, like, did you feel like as soon as you had a big winner, you had to get back at the charts the next day and take another trade? How did you manage that?
So I pretty much have rules in place for myself. I like to trade Monday through Thursday. Fridays I tend to take the day off, but I might have a trade that's on like a Thursday night that goes over to a Friday, but I don't usually trade out into Fridays. So as long as I'm sticking to my rules, I'm not so I don't get so frustrated or worked up in the charts. Um, but even with winning, I've noticed just this past month, you get really used to seeing big wins when you have a couple of them. You're just like, they don't phase you as much anymore. And so I would say, like, managing that expectation and making sure, like, I can continuously remind myself that I used to make $150 a day. It's like humble yourself. It's
Yeah.
okay to not trade every day. It's okay to not take every trade that you see in the markets. Um, and just on like the humbling myself thing is a big thing for me.
Yeah, for sure. Like even for me, like winning was a difficult thing at first, because when you start winning, not that you get um, too confident, but you have that euphoria of just wanting to see those numbers, over and over again. So for you, was it harder to dealing with the winners, or was it harder dealing with the losses?
I think like I totally agree with having that like overconfidence once you start winning, because dealing with the um, losses or having my chart go the other way, um, I found it was sometimes in the beginning at least harder for me to like close out a trade that I saw was going more south than I would like it to go, because I was like, oh no, well it's if it wins I'll get like $1,000 or $3,000 or whatever it is. So like not marrying a trade, not holding on to it for longer than necessary was something that I had to learn, because of the winners, because I was so like, oh, when I do win, it's like incredible money, so why wouldn't I hold out on that trade? But making sure I manage my risk accordingly, um, has been really helpful. But I would say probably the losers are harder for me to, um, I guess, accept before I manage my risk. Now I'm like, I'm good. I don't, I don't worry about it anymore.
That's good. That's good. Uh, so a consistent routine can set a positive, tone for the day. Can you walk us through your your type of morning trading routine? What do you do before your session that you trade?
Yeah. So I usually wake up around the same time. I try to get up. I used to do a 9 a.m. trading session, and now I probably do about a 7 a.m. Um, just to like back test and do all the things I do beforehand. But I get up, brush my teeth, make a coffee, unload the dishwasher because I'm the big, my house needs to be clean. Do some gratitude journaling, devotional. I brain dump the day, so like anything on my to-do list. Um, I meditate. I'll watch something motivational or like mindset wise just to get into the headspace. Because I found that like having a positive outlook on the trading, like in the trading space, makes a really big difference. And then I will practice backtesting. So that's like my first thing for trading that I get into.
That's a really good morning routine. A lot of traders, they'll just wake up and they'll go straight to the charts and then just start clicking buy or sell. So having that, you know, routine is super important. One thing I
Yeah.
would add to your routine is, do you make your bed in the morning?
Oh yeah, that's like I come from a personal training background, so I'm very like militant with certain
Okay.
things in my life that were already routine. So that's not not on my radar anymore.
Yeah, so because for me, like if I don't make my bed in the morning, I already know I'm off. So
Oh
like I'll
yeah,
I'll just like not trade because I know like, okay, clearly if I can't follow that process, I'm not gonna, trade and make chance of me making a human error,
yeah, I
right?
fully agree with that. I'm very big on making my bed in the morning.
So, can you walk us through like I know it's only been like 4 months, but like what are the next 4 months looking like for you in your trading journey? Like, what is it you want to accomplish? Either it's technical, mindset wise, maybe surrounding yourself with even um, more, motivated people. Like, what is it looking like for you?
So, in terms of like trading, I would like to get more into swing trading. Um, I found that when I was first starting out, I was really like, it needs to be like a 15 to maybe an hour long trade because I would just get a little too anxious. And for me, in the next 4 months, I want to manage that anxiety and make sure that I'm like holding trades for longer because I don't want to trade every day. I don't want to be in the markets all the time. And that for me is really important. And also getting around more people who trade in the markets and make money doing this because I see a lot of traders on the internet, but I don't know a lot of people who make a lot of money doing this. So I want to make sure that I'm surrounding myself with people who actually do it. And I also want to go for a 300K account. So we're going to see if we can do that.
Well, it's all in the mindset, right? Like the state of mind is everything. You'll notice in trading, you could have the perfect trading plan, the perfect technicals, but if your state of mind is just off, you'll never be a profitable trader. And it seems like you've been, these last 4 months, you've been really like in that positive mindset, and that you just keep going. And I think that's like a big, big thing to have in the trading space, because a lot of people, they'll blame the strategy because like they're taking losses, but sometimes it literally might just be all psychological. Can you
Hmm.
walk us can you walk us through the type of strategy you have, and um, just show us how you're trading right now?
Uh, so basically, well, I used to follow one strategy that I learned from Sandro, which was like the gold strategy,
Okay.
where you would like it's in the mastery course. So the checking what trend the market is in, and then um, checking your highs and lows and whatnot, and then going into your fibs and making sure that you're at certain levels. Um, I've been more focused on market structure recently, so um, getting into just like seeing uh, what the daily floor is and the daily ceiling is and trading off of that. Still checking the highs and lows because that's really important, and then using fibs as a um, confirmation, as well as the EMAs. I mostly trade gold, just because I find it the most exciting. So I I don't know. It's not one I would probably start with now that
Yeah.
I've known to do it, but um, it was the most fun for me. So I got into that. I could
Cool.
show
Could you
you.
could you walk us? Can you share your screen and walk us
Yeah,
through that?
yeah. One sec, let me. Okay, let's. I have a lot of alerts on. Sorry.
Getting ready for your next trading setup.
I do. I typically do that on a Sunday. Okay. So I will check what trend the market is in on the daily or the weekly. and then I typically do all of my markups within the 4 hour. So my trades take a little bit longer to play out, but they're usually a bit more stable, if you will. Like I used to do the 15 minutes, and it was just a little too stressful for me. So
Okay.
I don't tend to do that anymore. But I can show you a trade that I'm currently in. I had it marked up this morning, but I took it off. But I basically just look at the trend that we're in, and I will sometimes put trend lines, but mostly I just count. Like I'll go in and I'm like, okay, we've made a high, made a low, made a high, made a low. And I count to 5, and I'm like, cool, that's a good point of entry for me. I'm just getting into trend lines now, so we're learning. But the strategy that I was using prior was basically you just wait for the cross, and it'll show you if it's underneath the, let's show you candles because you can't see much. If it's under the candles, it means it's going in for a buy, and then you would wait for the other confirmation within the stochastic. You're waiting for this to come up and back into, I don't know technical terms, so I apologize. I call this the road. But you're waiting for it to come back and break into the road. It doesn't really matter when it's inside of the road, but once it comes out, you're waiting for the imbalance and for it to come back and bounce back up. But I had a trade this morning that I went into that was, 1938. I went into this morning, and I had marked this up Tuesday, I want to say. I was waiting for this area simply because of the previous week we had a lot of retracement from this area. So I was just waiting for retracement, and I'm at a point now where I'm just testing out theories. And I'm like, we'll see what this works. And right now I'm in $700 profit, so we'll see.
That's good though.
Yeah.
Do you have like a certain risk to reward you try to have when you're looking for a setup? Is it a 3-to-1, 2-to-1, 5-to-1?
It's 3-to-1 is my minimum.
Okay.
I don't go into a trade unless I'm at least making 3 times.
Okay, cool. Do you want to walk us through the trade that led to your big payout?
Okay, hold on. I might struggle here because I'm big on, I've gotten into the habit of like deleting my stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Because I'm trying to not rely on previous markups, because I find that I was looking at things and just marrying that trade because I saw it earlier rather than sticking with like what I'm seeing with fresh eyes kind of thing. Hold on.
We could look onto your dashboard and we can see what the trade was.
Yeah, let's do that. Easier. Okay. Why are we not? Let's do close time. My highest one was... It was this one. I just flipped the lot size. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Yeah.
So... Is there... Oh, I can go through here. What date does it want? 29th. So that was the day that I had done those trades. But this was the trade. I'm not sure if I can see it.
Well,
the actual trade, but that's
okay.
That was the trade.
Wow, very nice. And this was on which currency pair?
This was on gold.
Gold. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Would you say gold is like, because on this challenge that you well, for your live account, mostly you were trading gold for
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And for your phase one challenge, how many trades did it take for you to pass it?
Let's see. I would love to be able to tell you that, but I don't know for sure on here. Hold on.
I
I
think
can
it'd be
show
the
you.
next, yeah, the next one. So it'd be not the live account, but the challenge one. Yeah, passed
Yeah,
here.
this one.
Cool.
It's just not showing. Oh, maybe because it's not in the right date. That would be helpful. Let's do. Sure, it doesn't matter if it's still today. So it took 8 trades.
8
Passed.
trades.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice. You could see that. And how much time was it, in 4 weeks?
In this, it took what, a week?
A week.
A week or two?
That's very good.
What is it? Yeah.
So, like, success can be measured in various ways. Can you tell us, how you feel now? Like, what is your success as a trader? How is that, like? What's the definition for you?
For me, being able to properly manage my risk and go into a trade without like anxiety or fear of it going south, because in the beginning I had no idea what I was doing, to be quite honest. And because of that, I was very risky with my trades. I was over leveraging and doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And now that I understand how to actually manage my risk properly and leverage properly, even if my trade goes south, I know I'm only risking like 0.5 to like 1% of my total account. So I'm never that fearful. I don't have to sit there and watch my trade all day. So for me, that's success at the moment, at least.
That's good. That's good. And for you, right now, like, obviously, like, you're so early into your journey, and you've hit this type of success. Do you feel like ever in your mind, like, there was just luck, or like, what are your steps to keep going? Like,
um, I don't think it was just luck, because I like this past like couple months,
mhm,
especially, I've really put in a lot of time into learning this and a lot of focus into um, becoming better and getting better every day. Um, so I definitely wouldn't say luck. I mean, I'm super grateful that I've had the success that I've had, and I wasn't expecting that as quickly. For me, this was, and it still is, like a 2 to 3 year before I'm like super comfortable
yeah,
doing this. But that's 2 to 3 years of like every day I'm back testing, every day I'm practicing and learning more and more about the markets and whatnot. Um, but I think, yeah, no, I definitely would say it's a testament to the fact that I've genuinely been doing nothing but this for
yeah.
about like 4 months, but 2 months really, really heavily.
Well, I think the key thing that you said there was that when you came into this, you didn't have any expectations,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
And I think that's a big thing when you come into this space and you have zero expectations and you just follow, the processes. It can really get you to that next level, right?
Absolutely. And
And
even following my trading plan has been like the biggest blessing, because if I'm done, I'm done. Like we've hit a certain percentage for the day, we're good. Like shut down for the day, you're good. Move on with your life, because um especially in the beginning, it was really hard to step away from it, because you want to get better and you want to make sure that you're winning all the time. And um learning that like it's okay if you lose for the day and you've lost your percentage that you were allowed to lose for the day, you're done. It's okay if you win 5% or whatever, and that's your daily amount. Like, just give up for the day. It's okay. There's another day. You can trade tomorrow or whenever.
mhm. Yeah, that's really good. And for you, um, when you like when you're working towards this and you're doing your back testing, has it been easier for you to take like do you feel like you've had more confidence in back testing or actually taking real live market trades?
I think I've gotten confident in live trading because of my back testing.
Okay.
So even like every day when I go in to check for trades on the live market, I back test before that. Mainly because I want to it's like a little confidence boost right beforehand when you get it right. And
Hmm.
then you go to the live trade and you're just a little bit more confident in that trade because you've done the right thing right before that. So I would say yeah, that's probably my answer.
And how many hours a day have you been back testing?
Probably about an hour a day in the mornings. And like sometimes I'll go in, like I've been trying different session times just to test out, but um consistently an hour a day in the mornings, and then if I go in to test out like a London session or whatnot, like a half hour just to see what it's like.
Okay, cool. And for you, let's just say tomorrow you got funded 2 million with UWM. What would your lifestyle look like? You know, because obviously you're trying to chase the freedom of financial gains and also time. So what would your lifestyle look like?
Honestly, I'd probably only be trading maybe like 2 days a week. um and it really wouldn't change too much from I'm a very simple person. I like to play video games and go bowling. Like I'm not a not super extravagant, but I would probably be working really hard to pay off my house, and we'll see where we go from there. Maybe take a vacation, who knows.
Yeah, do you have a lot of travel goals? What do your hobbies look like? In the business aspect of trading.
So, I like travel wise, like my fiance and I would love to go around and travel. He actually wants to get into this as well, so that's very cool. But we are definitely more of the like little luxury type of people. Like the fact that I can get my nails done or go get my hair done once a week and not think about it, and or even just going to the grocery store and not like I can pick up lobster and not think about that. I'm like that's the lifestyle that I'm used to. I grew up with that, and I'm very happy that we're like getting back to that point now. Um, but even if later down the line, if I ever got $2 million funded from UWM, like 2 3 years from now, being able to help other people do this would be a really big goal for me. Like from anywhere in the world, that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. And for you, what stood out for UWM? Like out of all the other prop firms, what made you come and join our community?
So first of all, it was word of mouth. I had someone else who was successful with your team, and she spoke very highly of you guys. I also asked a lot of questions to the team on Instagram, and they were always very quick to answer me. I got to speak with Sandro several times. We met in person, and um, I think the other two things that were very enticing to me was the profit split. I've never seen a prop firm that does anything higher than like 70. And the location of your business, because as you know, there's a lot of like news right now around prop firms in Canada, and the fact that you guys are located in the EU is it was a really important thing to me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the foundations is very important here at UWM. We really wanted to build it. It took some time, but we're happy to have you here. And if you had to give three lessons or three tips to the newer traders coming into the market, what would they be?
Be patient and don't expect to make $1 million your first month because it's super unrealistic. Um, Take your time with your challenge because I've blown accounts because I was impatient. Um, Learn to lose really well. Learn to the number one thing that you need to do with trading is manage your risk. If you can get that down, you'll be successful. Like in my opinion, it's what I've noticed the difference. So that would be a big thing, and practice every day. Even if it's just for like 15 minutes, get into the habit of doing it daily so that you are always, so it's always on your mind, it's always your focus.
Very good. And for you, going further into this journey, what are some of the things that you're going to make sure that you keep working on besides risk management? What would they be?
Um, Learning a strategy that I really like that I stick with, because I have kind of been floating around with different ones and testing out different indicators and whatnot. Um, and learning to trade less. That would be my learning to hold trades and trade less.
Yeah, less is more in trading, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So we're happy to have had you join the interview, and we wish you the best success here at UWM, and to
Thank
keep
you.
working hard, keep pushing, and to surround yourself with the community and like-minded people. And we're really happy to have learned your story, and we will see you in the future.